The chase is heating up. Hi, I'm Amber Wilson, and this is the BF Goodrich NASCAR Report. With the chase for the NEXTEL Cup just around the corner, Kurt Busch found himself on the outside looking in. But the driver of the Miller Lite Dodge picked the perfect time to end his 51-race drought by taking the checkered flag in the Pennsylvania 500. He led all but 25 laps of the 200-lap race. Busch's dominance was just enough to overtake Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the latest point standings as the three-car finished second. Leading up to Sunday, it looked like both drivers vying for that last spot were going in different directions. Kurt Busch has been coming on strong, while the three-car had a blown engine at the Brickyard and mechanical issues in other races, but Jr. appears to be on the right track after his performance at Pocono. He'll have a chance to get back into the top 12 when the series resumes at Watkins Glen this weekend. As for the rest of the drivers hovering around that cutoff, teammate Martin Truex Jr. only has a 45-point lead over Dale Jr. following a 22nd place finish at Pocono. A strong 7th place showing by Ryan Newman didn't keep him from losing ground to Busch and Dale Jr. as he has gone from being 59 points out of the 12th spot to 90. The top 10 remained relatively unchanged, with the exceptions being Jimmy Johnson and Kevin Harvick. Johnson bounced back after back-to-back crashes with a 5th place finish, and Kevin Harvick's 17th place finish drops him to 9th. Denny Hamlin came in 3rd this past weekend, but it didn't do much to the commanding 366-point lead Jeff Gordon holds as the top car in the field. Kurt isn't the only Busch stealing the headlines this week, as his brother Kyle is back in the news. And for that and everything else when it comes to the NEXTEL Cup, we bring in our own NASCAR expert, Pete Pistone, to the program. And Pete, what's the latest on Kyle Busch?
Well, Amber, since Dale Earnhardt Jr. took Kyle Busch's ride over at Hendrick Motorsports, Kyle has become the biggest free agent in the garage area, and he finally looks like he has a home. Joe Gibbs Racing is going to sign Kyle Busch. He will team with Tony Stewart and Denny Hamlin, replace J.J. Yaley in the number 18 car there. Yaley's supposedly going to wind up over at the Wood Brothers Racing team, but that puts together a pretty good powerhouse over there with Busch, Hamlin, and Tony Stewart.
Okay, and that being said, Tony Stewart and Kyle Busch have had their differences over the years, to say the least. Do you think these two can coexist as teammates, Pete?
Well, that's going to be interesting, to say the least. I mean, Kyle and Tony have had their share of problems both on and off the racetrack. A lot of harsh words thrown between the two over the years. But, Tony Stewart and Denny Hamlin, they haven't gotten along from time to time. You'll remember Coach Joe Gibbs had to come into Chicago about a month ago and settle them down after the incident in Daytona. So I think Kyle realizes at this stage of his career that this is the best chance he's going to have. He's going to team up with a 2-time champion, Rookie of the Year in Denny Hamlin, and I think they will get along. And I think that's going to be a pretty good 3-car stable over there.
Okay, and as you know, Pete, big brother Kurt broke that long winless streak with his impressive run at Pocono on Sunday. With just 5 races to go, do you think he has enough to keep up the momentum and make that chase?
Well, Kurt's been on a roll. The win that he got at Pocono, I think a lot of us saw coming because he had been running so much better here in 2007 than he did last year. He does hold that final transfer spot. I don't know. It's too tough to call right now. I think he has a great chance to make it. Junior is right there as well. Ryan Newman is right there. But you could see guys still up in the 11th or the 10th spot tumble out here in the next 5 races. So it's not a lock, but I think Kurt's got a good chance to make the chase this year, definitely.
All right, and road course race number 2 is set for this weekend at Watkins Glen. Who should we look for to be this week's king of the road, Pete?
Well, again, the kings of the roads are usually the same kings of the road in NASCAR. Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon, I think you have to watch them. Kevin Harvick. I think that, to me, Tony Stewart is the guy to watch. He has won 2 of the last 3. He's won at Watkins Glen before. Came up short last week in Pocono, coming home 6th. I think that home Depot car is going to be the guy to watch on Sunday. And Tony Stewart back to some more fence climbing this weekend in upstate New York.
All right, thanks as always, Pete. We look forward to hearing from you this weekend from Watkins Glen. And don't forget to come back next week when we take a look at Michigan. But for now, if you missed anything here today, stop, refresh, and rewatch for the BF Goodrich NASCAR Report. I'm Amber Wilson.